The President of Haiti is shot dead in the middle of the night in his own house. Colombian mercenaries and 2 Americans are identified as the perpetrators. But the question remains, why? The murder of Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse is believed to have been committed by 26 Colombian mercenaries and 2 Americans of Haitian origin. Haiti's national police demonstrated 15 Colombians and 2 US citizens who had been arrested in their main building in the capital in Port-au-Prince. Interim Police Chief Léon Charles announced that 8 other Colombians were still at large. 3 were killed. The Colombian Defense Minister Diego Molano confirmed shortly thereafter that they were citizens of his South American country. The background to the attack remained unclear. According to Taiwan, 11 suspects have been arrested at the Taiwanese embassy in Port-au-Prince. A group of armed men broke into Taiwan's diplomatic mission on Thursday morning, a foreign ministry spokeswoman in Taipei told AFP on Friday. The security staff immediately notified the embassy staff and the Haitian police, said the spokeswoman. At the request of the Haiti government, the embassy allowed security forces to enter the premises. Haiti is one of only 15 nations that officially recognize Taiwan as independent from China. According to initial information, the alleged persons responsible for the murder of Moïse are former members of the Colombian army, said Molano in a video that he published on Twitter. The government in Bogota has ordered the police and the army to participate in the investigation. The arrested were seen by the Haitian police with handcuffs in place on the floor. Some of them were visibly injured. On a table were items that had been confiscated, several automatic weapons, machetes, sledgehammers, Colombian passports and cell phones. At least 2 of those arrested appear to have been captured by angry crowds, as seen on videos on social media. According to Charles, civilians also set fire to vehicles believed to have been used in the attack. Oh, that's bad, they're destroying evidence there. The 53-year-old head of state Moïse was shot dead in his residence on Wednesday night. His wife Martine was seriously injured and brought to the US city of Miami, 1,000 kilometers away, for treatment, of course. The newspaper Le Nouveilliste reported that Moïse's body had 12 bullet holes, some of them from large caliber weapons. Haiti's ambassador to the United States, Bochid Edmond, had described the assassins as well-trained and heavily armed foreign mercenaries before the arrests. They pretended to be agents of the US drug agency DEA. The UN Special Envoy for Haiti, Helen Lalim, said in an online press conference on Thursday that Haiti had asked the UN Security Council for additional security assistance. It was initially unclear what exactly it was supposed to be. Haiti's UN ambassador has also asked for international support to investigate the background to the crime. Lalim stressed that the United Nations were ready to help. The US is also ready, according to the White House spokeswoman Jen Psaki. The prerequisite is that there is a formal request. The assassination leaves a power vacuum. Since a parliamentary election planned for October 2019 was cancelled due to violent protests against Moïse, among other things, there has not been a functioning parliament there since January 2020. Moïse has since ruled by decree. It was only on Monday that Moïse appointed neurosurgeon Ariel Henry as interim prime minister. Joseph has held the title since April, although he was never constitutionally confirmed as head of government due to the lack of a parliament. Because Henri was not yet been sworn in, Joseph declared himself acting interim prime minister. He signed a decree declaring a state of siege for 15 days. Among other things, this can expand the powers of the military and curtail the rights of citizens. In an interview with Le Nouveilliste, Henri said that from his point of view, Joseph was no longer prime minister. Moïse, who had ruled since 2017, was extremely unpopular. He was accused of corruption, links to brutal gangs, and autocratic tendencies. Protests have paralyzed Haiti time and over again over the past 3 years. Most recently, bloody fights between gangs for control of parts of the capital have displaced thousands of people. Presidential and parliamentary elections, as well as a constitutional referendum, are planned for September 26th. Joseph has announced that he will stick to the date. And I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.